Hi, Tom here. Welcome to today's video. This week brings decision energy for you. Not loud, not dramatic. Very, very clear. Because something in your life is reaching a point where you can't keep going back and forth. And Gemini, you can feel that. There's a choice forming. It may involve your path, your work, maybe a conversation, a relationship, or even the direction your life is heading. At first, it may seem like you still have time. But inside, you know. You can't stay undecided forever. And this week makes that obvious. From a Vedic perspective, this is direction crossroads energy. When Gemini reaches a new level of awareness, life asks you to stop exploring every option and start choosing one. Because growth requires commitment. And this week pushes you toward that commitment. You may notice your mind going in circles, thinking about the same situation again and again, looking at different possibilities, imagining different outcomes. And that's not confusion. That's the moment before clarity. Gemini energy always moves through options before it decides. But now, the time for deciding is here. Gemini. Your strength has always been flexibility. You can adapt. You can change. You can see every side of a situation. But sometimes seeing every side makes it harder for you to move forward. Because every option feels possible. This week is asking you to stop looking at every path and choose the one that actually feels right. There may be a moment where something becomes obvious. A conversation that makes things clear. A realization about what you really want. A situation that shows you what isn't working anymore. When that happens, pay attention. That's the signal. So here's the deeper truth for this week. This decision isn't about being perfect. It's about moving forward. And right now, staying undecided is what's keeping your energy stuck. Gemini grows when motion begins. Even if the path isn't perfect yet. You may feel more serious than usual this week. More aware of your time. More aware that you don't want to waste energy on things that don't matter. That's not pressure. That's maturity. And maturity always shows up when it's time to choose. There may be also an opportunity connected to this decision. a new direction, a new project, a new way of thinking. Something that requires you to commit instead of staying in the middle. And part of you will hesitate. Not because you don't know, but because choosing means letting go of other options. That's totally normal. But it's also totally necessary. But here's the key for you this week. Don't overthink until the moment passes. And don't decide just to escape the pressure. Gemini energy works best when the mind and intuition agree. So ask yourself, what choice feels clear? Not just interesting. That's the one that moves your life forward. Because what's really happening is this. You're not just making a decision. You're choosing your next direction. And once you choose, momentum starts again. Now, let's talk alignment. One intentional practice for you this week. Write down 2 choices in front of you. Look at them honestly. Then ask yourself, which one gives you a sense of movement? Not excitement, movement. That's the path that's ready for you. Gemini. This week isn't about exploring. It's about choosing. You've looked at every angle. You thought about every possibility. And now, life is asking you to pick a direction. Choose it consciously. This decision will start your next chapter. Before you go, there's something important you should know. These horoscopes are based on Vedic astrology, also known as sidereal astrology. That means we're using the actual positions of the stars in the sky, not the tropical system used in most Western astrology. Because of that, your sun signs here may be different than what you're used to. And that's okay. In Vedic astrology, we don't start with the sun sign. We start with the moon sign, because the moon represents your mind, emotions, and how life is experienced day to day. First, always watch this for your Vedic moon sign. That's where this horoscope will feel the most accurate and personal. Next, I recommend watching for your rising sign, also called your ascendant or lagna. Your rising sign shows how these energies show up in your physical life, your body, your environment, and the situations unfolding around you. Then, you can also watch for your sun sign, which adds insight into your identity, confidence, and sense of purpose during this time. And if love, relationships, creativity, or money are major themes for you right now, I also recommend checking your Venus sign, called Shukra in Vedic astrology, for an extra layer of clarity. For weeks where things feel intense, faded, or life-shifting, it can also be helpful to look at your lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu. These show where growth is pulling you forward, and where old patterns are asking to be released. To find your correct placements, make sure you're using a Vedic or sidereal natal chart, not a tropical one. Once you know your moon, rising, sun, and Venus signs, and optionally Rahu and Ketu. You'll get a much deeper and more complete understanding of what's unfolding. If this message resonated with you, please like the video. It truly helps support this channel and allows these messages to reach the people who actually need them. And if you're enjoying these weekly Vedic horoscopes, consider subscribing so you don't miss future messages for your signs. You are not one sign. You are a system of energies learning how to work together. Take care and be calm.